Services.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lee Rogers, Leeroggers, Assistant Chief, Austin Police Department.
Wesley Hopkins, Wesley Hopkins, Chief of Staff, Austin Travis County Emergency Medical Services.
Thank you. I think you're just right.
Good afternoon. My name is Lee Rogers. I'm an Assistant Chief with the Austin Police Department. I'm going to give you just a brief rundown of an incident that recently occurred here in downtown Austin. At approximately 12:06 p.m., Austin 911 began receiving calls of a shooting incident at the Central Library located at 701 West Cesar Chavez. Immediately, first responders from the Austin Police Department, Austin Fire Department, and Austin Travis County EMS responded to the scene. Early indications, it was a confusing scene. There were just so many callers as we can expect. As the investigation unfolded, it appeared that we had one victim who was in fact shot that was transported to a local hospital, one suspect who was initially on scene but fled the scene prior to the arrival of officers. With coordination between some on-scene assets and officers in the field, we were able to very recently take a suspect into custody. Currently, I don't know any information about that suspect. All I do know is that this appears to be an isolated incident, not an active shooter situation, but an isolated incident involving one suspect, one victim. That victim is currently in the hospital in what I believe to be stable condition. Do we have any questions?
So we don't really, as the public, need to worry about this expanding to any other problems?
No, this was an isolated incident, and it appears that we do have a suspect in custody at this time, and that's been within the last several minutes. So unfortunately, I don't have any specificity about either the victim or the suspect, because like I said, this happened from start to finish within the last hour and a half.
And do you know where the suspect was caught?
In South Austin. I'm not sure exactly how far out, but just south of this location.
Could you say where precisely in the library the shooting took place? Was it behind or in front of security, or?
That I don't know. I don't have any information on that scene inside the library, other than that we're currently processing a crime scene within the library.
From my understanding, the library was evacuated. Can you talk about like the process of that in terms of people coming out?
Absolutely. So we do partner and we train with all of our public safety, with fire, with EMS, with police, through active shooter protocols and training. Officers in conjunction with medics and with fire make that building safe, go in, clear that building, evacuate any wounded, and then try to work on effectively and efficiently removing other people from the building in a safe manner.
Was there any indication from witnesses as to how many shots were fired or what type of weapon was used?
I don't have any details on the actual shooting, other than it did occur inside the library.
And there aren't any security measures before you go into the library, right? Like no security checks what you have on you before you go in?
I don't know the specifics of what their security looks like inside the library, no.
And just to confirm, it did happen inside the library on one of the floors?
It did.
And you're not sure which floor?
I'm not sure which floor at this time.
And to reiterate, the suspect fled the library, from my understanding?
Yes, the suspect did flee the library and was taken into custody by APD officers.
And you said South Austin?
South Austin, yes.
How long was the suspect on the run before he was caught?
I don't know the exact amount of time. Information was coming in as I was preparing to come talk to y'all, so I don't have those specific details, but I do know that we continue to receive 911 calls. Want to thank the public for their help and their participation in Warren, Central Texas, because I know that some of that information came out through Warren, Central Texas, and I know that may have been generated, some of those 911 calls. We did have a lot of help from our partners at Fire and EMS, as well as the Texas Department of Public Safety troopers here, both in the downtown area and working to locate the suspect in South Austin. So grateful for everybody's help.
Go out as like an active shooter case, because sometimes those people panic with that quote active shooter.
I don't know that it was dispatched as an active shooter or not.
Did a shelter-in-place alert go out to people?
Yes, the shelter in alert a shelter in place did go out.
What time?
I'm not sure exactly what time that shelter in place went out or exactly what time that was lifted, but it wasn't lifted until we had already secured the scene of the library.
And how severe is the injury to the person who was shot?
Yeah. So there was one patient that was taken to the hospital. Austin Travis County EMS had their first units on scene in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. That person has serious but not expected to be life-threatening emergencies. During this call, Austin Travis County EMS, just because it was in a public library, did upgrade it to an active attack call, which meant that you saw a very robust response. That's why you saw we typically send a good amount of ambulances, single unit responders, and command elements out to this call. Just because the library is so large, we want to go in with the Austin Police Department and make sure there's no additional patients, but we did not find any.
Thank you all.